Ready. Yellow lady, yellow lady. Hey, come on now, come on
now. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 23-yard line.
Ready.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run with a former Viking and Raider. It's Latavius Murray. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
New Orleans.
Ready.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Ready. 5-9. I got it. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. We got 21. Kill. Return. Watch the pass. Slam. Return.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Here's the 2nd year back from Southern Miss, Ito Smith. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Throwing on 2nd down. Ryan airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Smith. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons.
And the judge does a nice job there of navigating and picking up some yardage. Remember, no Tevin Coleman in the backfield, so he's moved up in the pecking order, getting a lot of playing time for these Atlanta Falcons.
Now Ryan on first down. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan, and down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Marcus Davenport in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
All right. Here we go. Let's go, B. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Get out.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's going to go down again. Marcus Davenport, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed a big hit for a loss.
Ready? 5-8, 5-8. 52. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Good. 52, 52. Good track, good track. 52 is the mic right here, over there, right?
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That's taken on the 25. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith, and he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Back now in Atlanta's 2nd quarter action, the Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Watch the pass.
From the gun, it's Ryan. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, and it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Right there, 56. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Ryan will throw again. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run. That's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. They come out here in the eye.
21.
61.
Try to punch it in with Smith. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. 2nd and goal from the 1. Here we go now with Smith. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Ready, back 25. 20.
From the shotgun, Ryan toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And Bryant's kick is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
First down, Saints.
Ready.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Breeze now to throw. They'll set up the screen down to Kamara. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
At the Falcons' 33-yard line.
Ready.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. To throw is Breeze. He'll let this go for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, it's Breeze. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Now Will Lutz, who went to college a stone's throw from here at Georgia State, comes on for the field goal attempt. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now on 2nd and 13, Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. The throw right sideline here is complete. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. Tackle made there by Kiko Alonso.
1 yard gain.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
on 2nd and 9. Ryan. Caught by Jones. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down.
They've done an excellent job blanketing Julio Jones here in the first half. That's just his second catch. So as they head into halftime, the Falcons have to ask this question of themselves. How do we get the ball to number 11?
Now Ito Smith. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On 2nd down, it's Smith. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Here's Ryan. And this is going to be intercepted. The linebacker, Stephon Anthony, with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Breeze now. He'll let it fly in the direction again. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Intended for Ted Ginn Jr. Coverage by Keanu Neal.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down. 36.
The final shot before half for Breeze. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Here's Ryan to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. It got his man complete. Julio Jones all alone. Touchdown Falcons. Julio Jones. 78 yards, and the Falcons have taken the lead. Bryant's extra point up and good, and the lead is now 10-3. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
First down.
Ready.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. Flush to his right. And his throw here's incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. Third down here. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Check, 154. Hey, South. Here we go. Right there. Get out.
They keep it with Smith on 1st down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
152 fighter.
A give to Smith out of the gun. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Drop deep.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Check mark 27. Check mark 27.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
At the 35-yard line.
3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3.
Kill.
Breeze going to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. On 1st down, Breeze. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tack McKinley racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Breeze, and it's hauled in by Jared Cook. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 15.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Kill.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27.
Hey, wahoo.
Here's Breeze to throw. And it'll be intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the ground with Smith. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Drew Brees, 6 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago, and that led the NFL. He'll try to deliver another one. From midfield, here's Brees. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And he finds Cook. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down.
And the Saints, 1st down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
45, Mike, 45. Under.
Brees now on 1st down. That's caught. It's Thomas. A good pickup there, 26 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
11. 5.
Again, they'll throw with Brees. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Brees to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 30. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
12.
A shotgun handoff. This is Murray now. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
The Saints on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 3. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, oh, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27.
From just shy of midfield, Breeze. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
The Saints on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Paul Warlow with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
5-9.
The Saints do snap it. It's Breeze. And no, it's incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Ready, blue 80. Blue 80.
Rip left. Rip left.
A first down carry for Smith. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Down. Ready. Blue 80.
Play action. Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been.
Ryan hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their...
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on second and long. Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. You got it.
On third and long, it's Breeze. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. I got him.
Breeze to throw for it on fourth. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons are close to finishing off this football game. So this one fairly well in the bag as they take over with a first and goal. Smith trying to run for it. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Another try for Smith, and that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
It's third and goal.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. From the gun, it's Ryan. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And that last field goal, number 400 for him in his NFL career. I don't know whether this will wind up a Hall of Fame career, but he's certainly been at the top of his profession for quite a while.
And that is without question, my man. One of the best kickers we've seen in the past decade or so. Big congratulations to him. Pretty nice round number.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. Just one last drive here for pride. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Stephon Anthony. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.